What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Today we are breaking down an insanely fun Void Titan build that has great survivability, constant uptime on Devour and your overshield, as well as just the most insane grenade regen that I've ever played with. So we're going to break down this build for you from our super, our aspects and fragments, of course the loadout and the mods that we're going to be running with, and then take this into some -40 content to see how well it can actually do. So to start this off, we will be breaking down our subclass, and essentially your super doesn't really matter here. We're opting to go with Twilight Arsenal solely because of the damage. Now for the melee, we're going with Shield Throw, so every time we get a hit, it gives us an overshield. Then Scatter Grenade, just because I like the way that it works. Really, any grenade is going to work here. I'd probably recommend Vortex if you're not a fan of Scatter Grenade. Pulls enemies in, does a tremendous amount of damage, but really it's up to you. Now for the aspects we're running is Bastion, so when we cast our super to get an overshield, but by also casting our Barricade, it is going to grant us that overshield. It's going to pair extremely well with our offensive bulwark, so when we have an overshield, our grenades will recharge significantly faster, as well as giving us health regen on some melee defeats and giving us increased melee range as well as damage. Now for the fragments we're opting to run with is Echo of Dilation, solely because it gives us more super and more weapon energy. Then we're going with Echo of Persistence, so our void buffs like our overshield and our Devour will last longer, and we're getting Devour just by picking up an Orb of Power thanks to Echo of Starvation. Lastly is going to be Echo of Instability, so defeating targets with our grenade is going to grant us volatile rounds. Now, with this, I said we're going to have our grenade up consistently thanks to our aspects and fragments, and of course Devour, but our exotic weapon or armor of choice, Armentarium. This will give us 2 grenade charges as well as create orbs on grenade kills, meaning we don't need to run firepower on our gauntlets. For the loadout, if you checked out one of our last 2 videos from our Hunter or our Warlock build, we're doing something really similar by using the main bread and butter of Reckless Oracle. This specific auto is from Garden of Salvation, however, it is not necessary. Any void weapon here will do. I'm just personally choosing this because I can craft it with Demolitionist, reloading our gun every time we throw the grenade, as well as getting kills will feed grenade energy. Then it also has Repulsor Brace. Since we're going to have volatile rounds from those those grenade kills, it's going to give us an overshield on defeating those void debuff targets. Now, Pulse Rifle, Mint Retrograde, everybody knows this is the best special weapon in the game, so there's really not a reason to use anything else, but feel free to slot on something different if you want to. For heavy, it's really your choice what you want to use here. I'm opting to go with Leviathan's Breath just because it's a void weapon. We could even toss on Truth on there. Doesn't really matter what you guys want to use. Anything that will fit your playstyle or whatever your favorite exotic heavy is. Now, for the artifact mods, there's not necessarily specific things that help cater to this build apart from Shield Crush. So while we have an overshield, our melee recharges faster and it will deal more damage. If you're playing with a fire team and you're amplified or radiant, your grenade will recharge faster as well as deal more damage. Now, for the rest of the stats that we want to be using is focusing on getting our grenade as high as possible. If you get up to 200 grenade, you're going to have a 65% increase to damage. For the rest of the mods that we're running is 2 ashes to assets, so we get bonus or super energy on those grenade kills, then a harmonic siphon, so when we get rapid multi-kills with our void weapons, it creates that orb of power. For the gauntlet, since we don't need to run firepower, we're going with momentum transfer, so this will causing damage with a grenade will reduce our melee cooldown. Then there's bolstering detonation, so causing damage with a grenade reduces class ability, and lastly is fastball to throw that grenade further and farther and faster. Now, for the chest piece, we're going with 1 concussive dampener, and then resistance mods that match the activity that we're going into. Really doesn't matter what you use here, depending on the power level of the content you're going into. You can easily slot on stacks. You can stock on a health font, stack, any type of void ammo generation or strand ammo generation to match your weapons. Really just cater it to the activity that you're going into. Next. Oh my, dude, it's 1 a.m. and I'm recording this video, so bear with me. Thank you guys for watching. We're going with the Void Weapon Surge, which will just help aid in damage for our void weapons. Then Better Already for health regen by picking up an orb, and Absolution to reduce all ability cooldown by picking up an Orb of Power. Now for the class item, we're opting to go with the classic Reaper Powerful Attraction. If you don't know what this does, Powerful Attraction collects orbs within 12 meters by using your class ability. Reaper will create an orb on your next weapon defeat just by casting your barricade. And then Outreach just reduces the melee cooldown by casting your barricade. So we don't need to worry about grenade energy refund whatsoever. Our aspects, fragments, and of course our grenade stat do that extremely well. So now let's take this into some -40 content to see how well this can actually perform. Dude, I've restarted this thing so many times because I don't want precision takedowns. We're out here trying to showcase the grenade build of the decade, and it keeps giving me precision takedowns. So that will give us volatile rounds. Or his power get... Dude, never put on chill touch. That was the dumbest mistake I've ever made. So like, I like that we can put on a ton of different modifiers, but I made the mistake of putting on chill touch and I regret it, and I got punched once. So now there we go, uptime on volatile, refresh devour right there. Dude, imagine a cursed thrall comes up and punches me and my idiot has put on chill touch. Sir? Dude, even the knight swords do that. That's Bungie. Okay, that should not be a thing. I just screwed that up by not having that up. Oh my god. Why? Why did I not reload? This really isn't as hard as I'm making it look. We're just not making smart decisions. No, see, chill touch. Okay, as long as we can keep a high uptime on volatile rounds, this makes things so much easier. But frankly, if we don't play it well, like this, if we need to go see if we have some more ammo in here. Because there's a lot of wizards in this next room. Like, I'd probably say there's like 6 too many. And there's probably only 7. But there's just too many wizards. And if we don't have decent mint retrograde ammo, it makes it more difficult. Alright, now let's go here. We'll do that side last. That side's easier. Where are they at? Where are you guys spawning at? Can I kill this before they spawn in? Oh, that's the bad one. Yeah, you're dead. Not a fan of you, bud. I never used the axe that way, but it was kind of fun. So when you go in here, if you're doing it on a harder difficulty, killing that first wizard, I think, is probably the most helpful thing you can do. Because the rest of the ones are just regular regular solar wizards. And they're not as difficult. But that big chunky dude. And I'm taking more ammo or damage when I'm in the air too, so I need to consider that also. Get that orb of power for Devour back. Even after Devour's nerf, I think it still is quite worth using. But you definitely can feel it a little bit once you go into a little bit more difficult stuff. I should take away his shield mostly. Get our overshield back. Kill the wizard over there. Thank you for volatile, sir. Appreciate doing business with you. Help us get our grenade back as well as our overshield. Okay, now we have... Why? That picks up some orbs that were somewhat close to us. Super again. So the super recharge is pretty fast. And I want to see if I can get it again going into the boss room. So we'll throw that, kill that guy. So every time we get, not every time, when we get grenade kills, we're going to create orbs of power pretty frequently, as well as multi-kills with our auto. So I'm not worried about not having my super going into this next room. Oh shit. Ogre giving me that chill touch, man. That's also why I like using scatter grenades, is you can throw it kind of in the middle of people rather than vortex or, you know, void wall or something like that where you have to be a little bit more precise. Vortex not as much because it does draw enemies into you. Where's this? Sir? There's that for the volatile. Dude, there's a lot of wizards on this right now for some reason. Keep our uptime on our shields. Get that back. And of course... Dude, what is... I don't know why I chose to do this at like 1:30 in the morning, but here we are. And this isn't as hard as it should be. But this is harder than it should be. Fucking acolyte, man! Like I said, don't play video games when you're tired, folks, because at the end of the day, it's not as fun. Okay, let's go kill this last crystal. Let's go kill this stupid big knight that I'm wasting my time shooting all these acolytes when all I have to do is go kill the last crystal. They despawn. What the... Okay, I don't know if you guys just heard that. A noise was just made in my house. I'll be right back. That was kind of scary. Dude, it is never fun when you're home alone and a noise that doesn't normally get made gets made in your house. Whew. Okay. So we're back. We're good. Yeah, that was not fun. Anyways, I'm gonna leave that part in the video also, solely because this is my life. This is what happens, you know? It's more fun. All right, let's go into this. Sir. Okay. This is why I should use vortex grenades. Because frankly, dude, what, did they up the wizards in here? I swear, more wizards moved into this room, or just into this entire activity, than there ever has been. What are you doing, dude? Okay, there we go. And of course I have no more ammo going into this last room when it comes to Armament Retrograde because there's 17 million wizards that spawned in here. Okay, keep our overshield up. Highly don't recommend doing -40 content if you don't need to. No point. Dude, or putting on chill touch. I said it 17 times today, but frankly, I'm serious about it. Thank goodness. I need him to get out of the way. Pick that orb up for an overshield. Thank you. We got a minute left. We hit him with 2 of those, I think. There's a third. Dude, that still didn't do that much damage. Holy cow. The grenade did more damage than my relic. Why do... Fuck. They're just cheering like, yes. We killed the Guardian, but they don't know that we can come back to life. Okay. This video is going to end up being a lot longer than I meant it to be, but hey, it's for the content. It's for my misfortunes, I hope, bring you entertainment. If it does, please laugh at me down in the comments. This is probably like the most hilarious run or video I've ever tried to record in terms of just like I am exhausted. I thought taking a nap earlier today and was going to be a good idea, but it was an accidental nap, and frankly, oh, heavy ammo. Sir, oh, wait, come here, come on. Come to Papa. Dude, that gave us so much ammo. Okay, I got those volatile rounds. And it's nice just being able to chill behind this barricade. And also just shoot stuff. Keep our overshield back up. More volatile. Wizard's dead. Okay, now we can go kill these crystals. Dude, the thing is like, we've been playing this so terribly that we have 0 revives left because we went over on time. Dude, I don't know why I let him do that, knowing he'll make me all sorts of cold. Okay, we're just gonna do this now to hopefully get the kill. I think I missed one. Dude, it does a chunk of damage though. Okay. We finally made it through. I'm not kidding. I've tried to record this for probably like an hour and a half. And I'm never staying up this late, this tired again. That was a mistake. Like, I should have gone to bed 10 minutes ago. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my misfortune of today's video. I hope the build looks a little bit of fun. Give it a try if you want to check it out. Feel free to laugh at me down in the comments because frankly, this is probably one of the worst gameplay personal build videos that I've done. But hey, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's enjoyed and entertaining content for you. If it is, feel free to let me know. Leave a like down below, as well as subscribe if you guys are new, and stop by our Twitch this weekend because we will be live doing some raid stuff, doing some Pinnacle activities with chat. Link to that is down below, as well as our community Discord. We'd love to have you all there. As always, thank you so much for coming and watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.